Hey everybody, Matt from Eastwood. Today we're in my garage working on a 1929 Ford Model A, and I'm going to show you guys a tech tip for making a deckwood skin from scratch using the Eastwood Elite Shrinker Stretcher. Now the curvature side to side on cars from this era are all going to vary depending on the year, make, and model that you're working on. But the thing that is consistent is there is a heavy curvature from top to bottom when you're making a deckwood skin. I already have a panel that I wheeled up to get the initial shape side to side, and we're going to jump right in and show you how you can quickly move metal using the Elite Shrinker Stretcher to get this deckwood skin made. So let's get started. The panel that we started out with was larger than needed, so after we got done rolling it in the English wheel, we could trim it down. I first took measurements of the original skin and the trunkwood opening. I then added those measurements to the size of the flanges on all sides of the skin and transferred them to the panel. I used a set of electric shears to cut the panel down to size and transferred the bend lines to the panel. I also added reference numbers every inch along the side flanges to use during the shrinking process. The side flanges were bent to 90 degrees first. We will bend the top and bottom after the skin has been shaped. To give myself a guide for shaping the new panel, I used the adjustable curve template to copy the curve of the original deckwood. This can be used throughout the project to check our progress. Here you can see just how much curvature the panel needs compared to the relatively flat panel that we're starting out with. I started by shrinking from the center out on each side. I tried to keep my foot pressure the same each time to keep the shrinking or movement of the panel consistent throughout. Each shrink was done at the 1-inch reference marks. After a round of shrinking, you can see that the trunkwood skin already is taking shape. The Elite Shrinker Stretcher moved about 80% of the shape in one pass. I then made reference marks for which areas needed more shrinking for the second round. I shrunk these areas with about the same amount of pedal pressure as the first pass. This got the panel fitting even better. With the panel fitting better, I needed to trim the top edges of the side flanges away as they were interfering with the top of the trunk opening. This also gives us clearance to fold the top edge later. The panel was now fitting pretty well, but needed some light movement throughout a larger area. I marked out the third pass on the panel and shrunk each side with about half the pressure as the first two rounds. I set our new skin on the fender stand and checked the progress to our curve template we had set earlier. I could see the curvature was really close to the original deckwood and only needed some very minor shrinking in one section. I could now bend the top edge to 90 degrees in the brake. I smoothed out the flange with the hammer and dolly. I now bent the bottom edge over a sharp dolly. This edge will eventually wrap around the inner structure, but for now we just needed it bent enough to test the final fitment of the skin. All right, so after a little bit of work, we got the deckwood skin fitting the car pretty darn good. It just needs a little more adjustment, and we'll address that once the car gets a little closer to the end goal. So with this project, you saw really the only tool that we used to do all the heavy movement of this deckwood skin was the Eastwood Elite Shrinker Stretcher, and it made the job really easy. To get this tool or any other metal fab tool, make sure you click the link in the video or visit eastwood.com.